Hey, what's up you guys? I'm Fernando and I'm here to help you transition into the best possible timelines for you. And do you know what's possible for you? Absolutely anything. You're the ultimate creator. Now, how do we get in balance with the laws of our truth that allow us to actually select whatever we want for our lives and our existence? So today's video is about why obsessing over your manifestation just pushes them away from you, just has them not be manifested in your reality. You get the opposite a lot of times, right? So I'm gonna begin by quoting this little passage from a book. Talks about nature, stuff we all know. So everything in nature strives towards balance. Changes in air temperature are balanced by wind. Differences in temperature are compensated by thermal exchange. So you have a warm body surrounded by like cold air, for example. These temperatures are gonna exchange so that balance is restored, right? So this is natural. This is something that happens automatically through nature, right? And this is something we can measure. We all know about this, right? But this actually takes place everywhere. So that means the invisible world, right? What we're thinking, what we're feeling, this is all happening on a level that we cannot see. When we attach too much importance to something, we create something that's called excess potential. We create unbalance, right? When we're neutral about it, it's like everything is balanced, evened out, right? And then we're like, oh, this is so important. I really need this. This has to happen in my reality. And if it doesn't, like, I don't know what I'll do. You know, this is increasing this potential. And by doing this, we're creating this harmony, right? And then what happens is these invisible forces, just like the air with the body example I just gave, they're gonna come and they're gonna do something to restore harmony, right? And when that happens, you get the opposite of what you're trying to manifest, right? So the question, I guess, is, okay, so how do I manifest something without creating this excess potential, right? I think if we're trying to manifest from desperation, urgency, I don't believe that's ever possible, because you're just going against the laws, and by doing that, you're getting the opposite of what you're trying to manifest. When we talk about law of attraction, manifestation, it's really promising, right? It's like, oh my gosh, I finally found the formula, right? But this whole thing is a spiritual journey, right? Because we're dealing with the invisible. So if you want to master how to operate with the invisible, you're sort of like going on a path there, a spiritual path, which deals with the invisible, right? So how do we focus on what we want without creating the excess potential? We have to come from at least a neutral space, right? It's like, okay, I'm focusing on this, but if this doesn't happen, I'm fine, I'm good. If we're creating too much importance, these forces will come and they will just give us more of what we don't want. And there's no point in fighting these things. The more you fight these things, the worse it gets, right? So let's just take an example, like a practical example of adding too much importance to something, right? If you're overvaluing someone, you're really trying to befriend someone, or maybe you have a crush on somebody, and you know it's like, oh, this person is so cool, you know, I need to be friends with them, or I need to be their boyfriend or girlfriend, and you're idolizing them. Guess what you're doing? You're just putting them on a pedestal, right? So you're just creating imbalance. And then what happens is these forces will come and they'll just set you apart, right? And then you're like blaming the person or the situation. It's like, why aren't they like valuing me? Why am I always getting this? And you're blaming the world. But it's not the person, it's not the people, it's the energies behind the situations. So remember, these forces are present everywhere. Nature will always seek to restore balance. So the more neutral you are, focusing on what you want, talking about what you want, but remaining neutral, respectful, and grateful for all the good things in your life, the journey begins to make more sense. I hope this helped you. I'll see you guys next time.